And we expecting our fourth child. So that was even.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I got another little girl coming. My oldest daughter, she's turned 17 in January. Lord have mercy.
Man, yo,
You got what you got?
My oldest is 15.
Girl, right? Yeah, you got 4
All
girls.
girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who said I was built for the job, but
yeah.
Not make a fool out of them. Whoever said that, I'm like, all right, man, I'm just gotta work this out.
Teenagers are tough.
Real tough because they're not teenagers anymore. Teenagers have always been hard, but now, like, I have a 6-year-old daughter too, and she's the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So children just aren't children anymore. Like, you know
I know what the problem is.
Okay.
You see, it'd be real different if we lived in a community and we were just like farmers, right? Like a small community. There was no internet. You know, all the kids went to like the same schoolhouse and they came home and everybody's family knew each other, right? And the culture was homogenous. But when you send your kids off to multiculturalism and they start picking up this shit from other kids and bringing it home, that's why I said multiculturalism is not something you want to force. And this is my problem. This is my problem with integrationists, right? Like, they try to force, we need to be more multicultural. Nah, nigga, no, we don't.
Listen, I've had a personal conversation with Diaz and Alex, and I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but for me to be like biracial, personally, I'm like, are we supposed to be doing this shit? like, I'm gonna say that's probably the best way I can say this on recording. In a show. Are we supposed to? I'm just curious.
Yeah. I gotta find this quote. I gotta pull this up, because y'all just reminded me of this. But where is it? Here we go, right here. So, are y'all familiar with Brown versus the Board of Education?
To an extent.
All right. So, Brown versus the Board of Education is when they said Negroes could go to the white man's school, and you got that little girl walking into school, everybody's yelling at her.
And learn his story.
Yeah. So inside the bill, right? It said, it says, today education is required in the performance of our most basic public responsibilities. So they're saying is that to educate children is a public responsibility. I have no problem with that. It says even service in the armed forces. All right. I don't know what the fuck they talk about that one. It says it is the very foundation of good citizenship. Today, it is a principal instrument in awakening the child to cultural values and preparing him for later professional training. I have no problem with that. And helping him adjust normally to his environment. What does normally mean and to what environment? So this is how subversive the white liberal is. He says that awakening the child to cultural values. Education does not have to be cultural. You pick up on culture by being around people of other cultures. But really, that's what Brown versus the Board of Education was. That's what integration was about. They wanted Black people to pick up white people values because white people values.
That's what it sounded like to me. I need you guys to understand our culture anyway, since we run everything. So yes, bring them in so they know how to be around us.
So they wanted to make Black people
like that's what I heard. I don't know.
They wanted to make Black people white, and they did a damn good job of it. Yeah.
And if not, and who doesn't will be destroyed.
Right.
In their own way, and on several ways.
Right. Right.
So with that being said, as far as your children, are they homeschooled? Are they in school?
No. I like throwing my children into the lion's den.
Yeah.
And letting them, go learn some life lessons.
They're human beings, their own human beings.
Yeah. Because I find the kids that are homeschooled, they don't be amalgamating too well with the rest of us.
You're like, listen, I don't need no weird shit going on right here. Go be a human. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, they tend not to understand humans, right?
Yeah.
They tend not to understand culture and why people operate the way they do.
Right.
So I'd rather my kids go to school, have something bad happen, and I come home like, all right, listen, Let me tell you what had happened.
That's me.
Right. Because you're going to have to deal with this.
See both sides of it.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with this when you get older. And I found that people who are homeschooled have a really hard time adjusting when they get to corporate America, so on and so forth. And they end up getting marginalized and treating like niggas. You know, so I don't want my kids to be sheltered. I was sheltered as a child. My dad was very protective of me.
Okay.
You know, which is why I did so much exploring as soon as I was 18. You know, so but yeah, man, like
oh no, that's what it is though. I mean, for me, it is definitely for me. Like with my kids, people sometimes will probably think there's things I shouldn't, whatever, but man, I'm open. And I'm not open in a, oh yeah, my mom's, you know, booty dance. I'm like, nah, it's not like that. Cause my kids, they'll tell their friends fast, listen, she just look like that. That lady is crazy. Like she will be on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think she cool because how she look for real. But I don't hide nothing. I'm not holding it because they're getting it before I can give it to them anyway.
Yeah.
They already got it. So I ain't got no choice. But all right, come on, let's talk about this shit. So let me tell y'all. Okay, yeah, they said that, but this some bullshit. Let me tell you how it really go. You know what I'm saying? And I talk like that down to 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Man, we literally have sit downs like that for real. So